Hey everybody, it's Yatta. So today I'm going to be showing you guys how I draw from a reference photo in my style. So these are the supplies that I'm going to be needing for this video. I use these same supplies for pretty much all of my pictures. We're going to start off with the guidelines. I don't know if y'all could see that, but I'm drawing a circle and I'm making sure that I'm being very light-handed with my guidelines, and then draw a line down that middle so your face can be symmetrical, and then draw a line across for eye placements, and then you're gonna draw your jawline. Be very light-handed with that also. This is like the first early stages of your drawing, so you don't want any irreversible mistakes being made. Next over here, I'm going to be doing my eye placements. I like to draw a little light oval just so I can get an idea of where I'm going to be drawing my eyes later on. Do make sure that they're at an equal distance. That's why I'm drawing that little line across over there so I don't mistakenly draw my eyes too far away from each other or too close from each other. I'm going to place my reference photo right here just so you guys know what I'm talking about. But yeah, I'm making sure the eyes are like at a good distance from each other. And then the lines that go above the diagonal lines help me determine where I'm going to put my brows at. And then I do make sure I arch my brows. These are just the outline of the brows. The shape does not have to be perfect right now because these are guidelines, and don't be too hard on yourself in this stage. So then now measure out where you're going to put your nose. Again, I know the quality is like bad, but yeah, make sure you make that oval. Okay, so next I'm gonna map out where I'm going to put my lips. So the eyes pretty much help me determine where I'm going to put the placements of like my lips and my nose. Just see which part of your eye your lips stop at, and then just like mark it, and then draw an oval so you know exactly where you're gonna put your lips. With drawing faces, it's all about symmetry. It's all about, placements, and it's all about proportioning. So once you really know how to work along with your guidelines, you should be pretty good. And then I'm going to draw the little ears on the side. I'm not going to do nothing too crazy because... Alright, so the part where you guys were all waiting for, we are now about to draw the eyes. So in this step, we are just outlining the shape of the eye. So I would like to describe the eye shape kind of like an almond type. Y'all, I'm trying my best, y'all, so please just bear with me. Make sure you keep your lines clean and round them off a little bit so that you can avoid any bold mistakes. So right here, I'm going to be making a straight line across just so my eyes are the same height. The girls that get it, get it. We as artists struggle so much when it comes to making our eyes the same height. But with this trick right here, it's going to help you to get the proportions right. It's all about proportions. Once your proportions are in line, there's really nothing to worry about. When you draw an eye, you can't forget the iris. So draw that iris in, make sure it's round. And with me, in my art style, I don't really draw pupils, but when I have to, I will. So we're gonna skip that part for now, but if y'all want me to make a official eye tutorial including the pupils, just let me know down in the comment section. Speaking of commenting, if this video turns out to be very helpful for you guys, please like, please share, and please comment. And yes, subscribe. Please subscribe if you want to see more tutorials and more videos like this one. I have my little community on TikTok, but might as well stretch it out to YouTube, I could really do something on here. I have a good feeling about this. But anyways, I'm going to be making my eyelids. This part is pretty simple. Just look at your reference, and that is going to help you with how you're drawing your eyelids. Again, make sure not to be too harsh on this part. Since we're drawing the features, you are going to want to be a little bit harsh, but not too much, just the right amount of pencil pressure. And yes, we are erasing, y'all, and excuse my hand being in the way for some of the tutorial. I'm really trying to work on that. I probably need to fix my angle, but we're erasing some of the guidelines that we made. That does not include the ovals or the circles that we made, because we still need to draw in some of the features, including the nose and the mouth. Just adding a little detail to my eyes before I move on to my nose. Again, I apologize for my hand being in the way, but I start my nose off by making the nostrils, making sure I get an accurate shape by looking at my reference, and then I go around and make the side of my nose after I draw my nostrils. Make sure you are staying and working around the oval that you drew for your nose placements. This little line I'm doing over here, it just kind of helps me enhance my nose bridge a little bit more. You'll see what I'm talking about when I shade it later. But yeah, so we got our cute little button nose and our pretty little eye shape. Now we're ready to move on to the brows. So a little bit more with me and my style. I love a good brow shape. I love a good arch. The brows are one of my main features that make my art style. So I make sure that my brows are slayed and I shade them in good as well. But yeah, I draw little individual hairs at the front of the outline of my brows. Then I finish my upper half of my outline, and then I go in and then I shade it in. I give it kind of like a gradient effect. Start with darker shading at the tip of the brows, and then when you're moving in front towards the individual hairs, make sure to be very light-handed. It's kind of like makeup. When you're filling in your brows, you don't want the front part to be too harsh, unless that's the look you're going for. No judgment here. And just make them a little bit natural. Have fun with it. Play with the shape if you want to. Look at your reference photo. See what you're working with. And then yeah, that's it for the brows. Just basically do the same thing for the other eyebrow. Okay, so over here I'm going to be drawing my lips in. I start with two little lines at the corner just so I know how wide I'm going to make my mouth and to help me later on with my Cupid's bow. Then I draw the center of my lips, and I usually never connect it. I just leave it like that and then I blend it out later. Or if I ever do connect it, I do a faint line like I just did over here. Next, we're at the Cupid's bow. Make sure to make your Cupid's bow round, just so that it looks a little bit natural. Again, look at your reference photo, and your reference photo is going to tell you how exactly you're going to draw your Cupid's bow in. Next, you're going to do your bottom lip. Make sure you round off your bottom lip again to give it that natural, full, plump look. I literally feel like I'm doing a makeup tutorial. But if you think about it, drawing is kind of like makeup, so I believe that if you're good at makeup, you're already halfway there. Okay, so for these steps, I'm just going around and playing with the features a little bit, and I'm drawing my neck in because I forgot to do my neck in the beginning. Don't be like me. Draw your neck in the early stages of your guidelines, and then now I'm darkening in the shape of my jawline, making sure to round it out a little bit more. you stayed to watch this video for this long, I love you. Thank you for just staying and watching this tutorial. And yes, as some of you may know, this is not my first tutorial I posted on my channel. This is my second face tutorial, but I might delete my old one because my old one just wasn't giving. Like, the quality was so bad, so I just figured why not just do another official face tutorial on YouTube. But yeah, if you stayed this long, comment a star, because you're a star. So thank you for staying, guys. Like, I'm so honored. As you could tell by my voice, I'm so excited. So yeah, thank you guys. I love you guys so much. But yeah, we're drawing the hairline in and we're just filling her out, and we're just going to blend her out with the blending stump. Please don't come for the head shape right now, because later y'all will be gushing over it. So trust the process. Just sit back and trust the process. So after we had went in and did what we had to do, I'm gonna go over my drawing with a light layer of shading for my pigment. We are now entering the beginning of the shading process. Now that I have done that, I go in with my brush and lightly blend around all of these areas that I have shaded. And I like to use my brush because it's not like a super harsh blending tool. It doesn't carry a lot of pigment, so it really gives me like that smooth look that I'm going for. And then I finally begin to shade in my irises. Get ready, guys, because when you blend, you're going to have to go over the features like 100 times and darken them. But it's no biggie because it gives you the outcome you want to get. And this is one of my favorite parts when drawing, coloring in the upper lip. So I color in my upper lip, and then I take my blending stump and then I blend her out. Then after I blend in my upper lip, I drag the pigment down with my blending stump a little bit around the lower lip, just to give that dimension, to give that natural full effect, voluptuous effect, plump effect, whatever y'all may call it. But I do mention this in my TikTok videos a lot. Lips are something that I take pride in when it comes to drawing in my style. Like, y'all don't understand how much I enjoy drawing lips. But anyway, yeah, like I said, I warned you guys earlier, you're gonna have to go over the features a lot and darken them as you blend. Okay, so here I'm shading in the upper lip a little bit more just to make it a little bit darker and then blend it, and I'm going to be doing that like a few times. Okay, so this is the shading part. I'm going to do a bit of a time lapse here just because I don't want my video to be like super long. But look at your reference and see the areas you're going to be shading, so that can help you out a little bit. I can definitely, most definitely do a separate video for shading. I went for like a contoured look for my shading. And then don't forget to shade under that neck, y'all. Had to draw my edges in quick before y'all come for me in the comment section. It's not too much of a hard time when it comes to drawing edges, so just make sure you're flicking your pencil upward for decent hair strands. Make them edges full. Again, eye your reference. I'm gonna mention this in the video like 100 times. Eye your reference, look at your reference, and see what you're working with in order to apply that to your picture. Okay, so over here, I am doing my winged liner, but again, my hand is in the way, so I do apologize, but you see how it looks like here, so just draw a little triangle from the eye and then shade it in. Okay, so next over here, I'm drawing my lashes. It's really the same process that you're doing with the edges, but you know, it's on the eye. Make it curl upwards a little bit more. So that does require a little bit more motion when it comes to flicking your pencil upward. Just watch my hand movements and try to mimic that on the eye. You can make your lashes as full or as thin as you want it to be. A long lash extension type look is a personal preference, so do keep that in mind. With natural lashes, all you're doing is making it a little bit shorter and a little bit thinner. You're doing the same thing for the bottom lash, but based on your preference, you are going to make it a little bit less thicker and a little bit more thinner than the upper. You're repeating the same exact step for the other eye. Okay, so at this point, she's given Instagram model. She's given Diera. But anyway, I'm going to go over my features again and darken the corners of my lips to give it a more natural look and then blend it. And then I'm going to add a little bit more shading to my nose so it looks a little bit more realistic. And then I'm erasing the highlighted parts of my face. The reference will help you with this part, so just keep your eye on your reference photo, and that's pretty much it. But yeah, I am gonna do that for the remaining part of my face. Just add the highlights. Okay, so after I erase my highlights, I'm gonna add a little bit detail, add a mole, beauty mark, something just to give it that extra look. This part is optional. And then I'm adding my highlight to my lips to give it that glossy effect, and then I'm adding the highlight to my eyes. But yes, that is all for this video. Thank you guys for staying and watching me. Like, I really mess with y'all. Like, comment, subscribe, and share this video with your mom, your dad, your auntie, your cousin, anybody who might be looking for somebody to teach them how to draw. Again, I love you guys. Bye. Have a great day.